Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about a massive bet, a 3 trillion rupiah bet to be exact. And it's all centered on a problem pretty much every city in the world is dealing with. What do we do with all our trash? So, let's kick things off with a headline that would give any city mayor nightmares: a flood of trash in Makassar. I mean, that just sounds like an absolute crisis, right? An environmental disaster waiting to happen.
But here's the thing, this isn't just some scary headline. It's actually a plan. Yep, you heard that right. The city is getting ready to be intentionally flooded with an extra 200 tons of garbage every single day. And the big question is, why on earth would they do that?
I mean, it just doesn't make sense, does it? Why would any city actively ask for more trash?
Okay, and this is where the whole story flips on its head. Because what looks like a total crisis, well, it's actually a super ambitious, carefully thought out plan. This is no accident. This is all by design.
To really get what's happening, you have to understand the problem they're already facing. Right now, Makassar generates a staggering 800 tons of trash every single day. And for years, all of it has just been hauled to the Temangapau landfill and piled up. It's a system called open dumping, and honestly, it's a ticking time bomb.
So, staring down this literal mountain of garbage, Makassar decided, nope, no small fixes for us. They are going all in with a massive, high-tech, and very expensive solution.
And that solution is called the PCESL project. In English, that's Waste to Electrical Energy Processing. But really, you can just think of it as a gigantic, state-of-the-art waste-to-energy plant. They're building it on a huge 7-hectare site right there at the landfill. The whole idea is to stop burying the problem and start, well, burning it for power.
And when I say they're going all in, I mean it. We're talking about a 3 trillion rupiah investment. A number that big tells you one thing. This isn't just a project, it's seen as a core piece of the city's entire future.
You know, the city's mayor, Munafri Arifuddin, put it really well. He basically said they see the landfill not as a problem, but as a resource, a raw material. They want to optimize it, to unlock the energy that's just sitting there in all that garbage. So probably the best way to picture this new PSIL plant is as a giant, hungry, trash-eating machine. And like any big machine, it's got a serious appetite. It needs a constant supply of fuel to run properly.
And this is where we get to the heart of the matter. See, Makassar makes 800 tons of trash a day. But this new plant? It's designed to run best when it's processing 1,000 tons a day. So you see the gap, right? There's a 200-ton shortfall every single day. The machine needs more food.
And this is how they solve that problem. And it brings us right back to that crazy headline about a trash flood. Makassar is setting up a regional waste system. They're teaming up with their neighbors, bringing in 150 tons a day from Goa and another 50 from Maros. Boom, problem solved. They've hit their 1,000-ton target.
But here's the thing. Not all trash is the same. This plant is kind of a picky eater. It wants the good stuff, high-energy fuel, things that burn really hot, like plastics. And it works way better with fresh waste. What that means is they need a pretty sophisticated sorting system to pull out the high-quality fuel from everything else.
All right, so they've got their 1,000 tons of top-tier trash coming in every day. The big question is, how do they actually turn all that junk into electricity? Let's walk through it. It really boils down to 4 main steps. First, they collect all that trash from the region. Second, it gets sorted very carefully to pull out the most energy-packed stuff. Third, that premium fuel gets incinerated at incredibly high temperatures. And finally, all that intense heat is used to create steam, which spins turbines, and that's what generates the electricity.
So what's the reward for all this work, all this investment? We're talking a projected output of 20 to 25 megawatts of electricity. That is not a small number. That's enough to actually make a difference for the city's power grid, turning what was a massive liability into a genuine asset.
So let's step back for a second. When you put all the pieces together, what does this whole thing really mean for the future of Makassar?
Well, this one project, this single 3 trillion rupiah bet, is designed to hit 3 huge problems all at once. It gets a handle on the overflowing landfill, it creates a new source of alternative energy, and it builds this amazing model of regional cooperation. It's a pretty elegant, integrated solution when you think about it.
And that leaves us with one final massive question. Makassar is taking a huge, calculated risk here. They're betting that this technology can turn their biggest environmental nightmare into a power source. Now, if they pull it off, Could this be the blueprint for other growing cities all across Indonesia, maybe even for the rest of the world? I guess only time will tell.